Is this thing on? Alright, it's on. Let's go. While the DCAU has already had one hero down, and everybody loving him, Warner Brothers Animation wanted to try another hero, and that hero would be the second best hero in the DC lineup of heroes, Superman. Sorry, Superman fans, but Batman is.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
He is the GOAT. But anyways, let me get real, just a little bit real before I start. Superman is probably one of these heroes that, yeah, I think Batman's better because he has a deeper storyline. But also Superman, it's not just his superpowers, but it's his American way. His good boy attitude. Something that is lost. But I'll talk about more that later. Start the show up. Now, by the end of the Batman animated series, Warner Brothers wanted to make a spin-off of Catwoman, but they wiped that off. They didn't think Catwoman would be profitable. Instead, they chose the Man of Steel himself. Tim wanted the show to have a 1940s vibe feel to it, but it slowly became more of a little bit modern. Like Gotham City in the Batman animated series was more Art Deco. Metropolis was more of a clean, what they call a clean linear Art Deco kind of way. It was a little bit newer than Gotham, a little bit more sprier. But the animation was changed to a company I will not even going to try and pronounce on here because I won't even do it. Coco Enterprise and TMS Kukauchi. Like I said, I didn't even try. They was the ones that helped out with the new animation style for the Superman show. And like I said before in the previous episode, the new characters for the Superman show were a lot slimmer than it was in the Batman animated show. Voices behind the characters will be Tim Daly as Superman and his twisted clone Bizarro, Dana Delaney as Lois Lane, and Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor. Music was done once again by Shirley Walker, who would pretty much do the rest of the series from now on. The first episode aired on September 6, 1996, almost 4 years after the arrival of Batman animated series. But this time, instead of being on Fox Kids, Superman animated series will be on Kids WB, with a 3-part episode taking place from Superman being on Krypton as a little kid down to him finding out his powers and becoming Superman. Season 2 will start September 8, 1997. Season 2 will introduce The Flash as he raced against Superman across the world while fighting the Weather Wizard. The crossover with Batman and World's Finest. What happened also? Bizarro was introduced as well. So as Steel, Orion, Darkseid's Elite, the Elite including Caliban, Steppenwolf, and not that Steppenwolf that she saw in Justice League. Granny Goodness and the female furries, including also the Sod. Towards the end of the season, we would see Superman stop an invasion of Darkseid, but it would end in tragedy. Season 2 lasted for 28 episodes, and I also forgot that they also introduced Supergirl. Season 3 will be totally different. The show will align with new Batman adventures, basically becoming the new Batman and Superman adventures starting at September 18, 1998. In this season, we will see Superman masquerade as Batman after Bruce Wayne has gone missing. In this season, we'll see Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro, and Aquaman. We'll also get to see Superman go against Batman for Ra's al Ghul as the terrorist supervillain tries to steal the Man of Steel's essence. The season will end with a thrilling end. Darkseid had brainwashed Superman into becoming his heir, but Superman would come out of it. But this will result in an ultimate showdown of Apocalypse, which I actually like a lot. Darkseid, what he says in that fight towards the end, very cool. Very cool. I like it. Season 3 will end after 13 episodes on February 12, 2000. The series will still go on through comic books called Superman Adventures that will last from 1996 to 2001 with 68 issues. Now, just a little trivia going back to the end of Season 2. Now, when Daniel Turpin was killed, they showed his funeral, but at the funeral, there was Nick Fury, the Fantastic Four, the New Gods, Alex Ross, and Stan Lee at this funeral. But, unfortunately, that was taken down by DC and Warner Bros. Because they feel the copyright from Marvel. Now, the reason why those characters was in there because it was a dedication to Jack Kirby, who wrote the New Gods and the Fantastic Four and Nick Fury and all those people. So basically, the whole episode was dedicated to Jack Kirby, who passed away 4 years before this episode was released. It could have been 2. So, just a little trivia there, but there's still drawings around somewhere on the internet. Actually, I got to see them. They're actually not hard to find. But, Superman will also spawn a game. Actually, 2 video games. The first one being Superman 64. And I wanted to play that game so badly until I found out it was probably one of the worst video games ever. You can catch footage of people playing this on YouTube, and it's not pretty. But I also have another video game called Superman The Shadows of the Apocalypse that was released in 2002. I think that was on PS1. Like the Batman series that came before it, the Superman anime series won Daytime Anime Awards, as well for its good direction, stories, and just being an outstanding show for the kids. Do better than that. Now, unfortunately, I can't really say it's unfortunate. Fortunately, we will not see the last of Superman. Outside of Batman and the other characters he crossed over with, Superman did a crossover with Static Shock. Now, unfortunately, Static Shock will be his own episode because a lot went into that. For the show in review, there's a couple of things I think they did a good job on. One of them is expanding the universe. Now, when Batman animated series came out, they probably didn't know how successful the show would be and how popular the show would be until season 2 of the Batman animated series. And then they decided, let's just expand it out to Superman. And I think what Superman, the whole idea was just to bring in other characters like Aquaman and the Green Lantern Corps and Flash, of course, to expand upon. So I think they was probably in the back of their heads in that studio when he was making this, probably expanding beyond Superman and Batman. That's just what I think they was doing. So I think they did a good job of putting backstories to the characters they introduced in the show. And I also think they did a good job with the whole storylines from season 1 to season 2 and season 3. Like, it was all circling around, you could say, Lex Luthor and Darkseid a little bit until they got to the finale, which I think they did a good job with. They actually gave the whole show a storyline. And I also think they gave a perfect, like I said this before, previous episode, and then they gave a perfect representation of the yin and the yang between Batman and Superman whenever those two were on the screen with each other. I think that was perfect. I think they did that better than Batman versus Superman because they actually had to introduce Batman and we got to see Batman's storyline before Superman was introduced. That's why they did better. So, and another thing I don't think they did well, but I think they have their reasons of not doing this, was kind of depowering Superman just a tad bit. Like, I didn't pick up on this until I started reading the comic books more and started hearing more people complain about it. They kind of neutered Superman's powers, but I think they had a reason for that, to make him probably a little bit more relatable, more human, just making him an alright freaking bruiser god or something like that. I think they probably, in the end, probably did a good job with that. So you can't really blame him for that. He still did some incredible feats like making sure asteroids out of the orbit of Earth after Darkseid tried to send one there, but I'm not gonna say anything else. But like I said, it's probably had to go down as one of the best animated shows of the 90s. Probably one of the best animated shows of all time, next to like The Simpsons and Batman and other animated shows I cannot think of the top of my head right now. But I think this show did a good representation of what Superman is supposed to be. The Boy Scout do-gooder, which I don't have a problem with. Need more people like that out there. And the like I said, the Boy Scout do-gooder and the all-American man, even though he's from Earth. Not from Earth, I should say. Even though he's from Krypton. So, I'm exhausted. Roll credits. I'll see y'all guys next week. If you like this video, please subscribe. That's free. Also like the video. Also share it. All those things are free. And also, you can catch me on Instagram at franchise_TV. That's the only social media I have as of right now. And I gotta get back to making more videos. Peace.